definition of monetary success, I feel completely is based on your household wealth net worth. Equality of mankind is a myth. Equality of opportunity is a possibility. You need to consistently earn more to build your net worth at every stage of your career to be rich and be successful monetarily. What happens next is that these individuals then continue to live a life of a cribber and loser that you were never destined for. Friends, mediocre individuals enjoy listening to challenging stories than facing one. We have this, Surbi, if you remember, a saying, Shivaji व्हावा पण दुसऱ्याच्या घरी. What it means is, let there be a great warrior similar to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj be born, but at neighbor's house. In short, we enjoy listening to challenges faced by others who turn out to be successful, yet rarely want to face them when it comes up front.
You are absolutely right, sir. We envy and try pulling someone down if he is progressing faster than us, rather than trying to incorporate few of his goodness for our own success. It's difficult to incorporate, as most of the time it's the envy that overrides the appreciation. We hope you are enjoying the podcast so far. If you are, make sure that you give us a like and please share in the comment section how are you liking the podcast, and do subscribe to our channel. And moving forward, let's hear an interesting story from Charu sir on the same topic.
Surbi, this is a story about a young 23-year-old dynamic boy named Ravi Shetty. In fact, this is a story which has happened in my real life, where I have experienced these three friends who joined the pharmaceutical company as marketing executives. On the same day, during the training sessions, he also met Sanjay and Suhas, equally energetic and vibrant youths who joined the same organization. During 15 days training session, they shared the room and came fairly close to share their personal address and phone numbers. All three of them remained in touch for so many years, Surbi, even after marriage, and their children and wives started knowing each other rather well. Incidentally, due to his amazing commitment and diligent work, Sanjay became the star performer of the company, and in the next 8 years progressed to the position of Deputy GM Sales and Marketing for one of the divisions in the organization. One weekend, on an evening, Ravi and Suhas met for few drinks. After discussing some irrelevant topics and topics on politics, with two large pegs down, Ravi addressed to Suhas, "Life is so frustrating, Suhas. While in field, my boss is a pain as he only directs what's good not in me, and at home, my wife and children don't value my efforts, me running the family. I feel very frustrated and alone." Suhas could gauge Ravi's frustration and asked, "Ghar pe kuch hua kya? Did some incidents happen at your home?" Gulping the third peg, Ravi said, "Yesterday my wife said to me after I came home from my work, 'What is that you are not doing right, that you have not progressed as Sanjay Bhai Saab? He progressed himself to a position of Deputy GM while you are still working only as a senior marketing executive.'" There was a long silence. After this deafening silence, Suhas asked, "What did you say to her in response?" Ravi said, "I asked her to shut up, and this was none of her business, and asked her to stop interfering in my professional aspects." My question to you all, was the question by Ravi's wife wrong? How many of us refrain from answering such questions from our families or which are related to self-introspections? Soothing oneself, what's happening in my life is only a part of destiny and I am nowhere responsible for it.
Thank you, Charu sir, for sharing this story with us. This story was definitely a wake-up call for all of us. I'm sure many of you have already experienced something similar in your lives, that your closed ones have asked you this difficult question, and they are nowhere wrong in asking this question to you. And people who have not faced a situation like this, we hope you never face a situation like this where you've been questioned this way. Because you can avoid this situation by self-introspection at the right time, like Charu sir has been discussing with all of us. So moving forward, Charu sir, my next question to you is, why is it always an exercise in futility when someone close to us questions about our personal or professional life?
Surbhi, this is essentially because an unsuccessful individual mostly associates his failure to the thought, I need no change, others do, or it's difficult, I cannot change. And a person who has made this as a fixed mindset will never ever change in his life. But do appreciate, this is a great news for all those who want to be successful. One such real life incident which still gives me jitters, Surbhi, is a conversation between me and my friend which happened almost about 16 years back. He was sharing about the understanding between him and his wife, saying the fact that she's so understanding and she's so caring. This occurrence almost happened 16 years, yet I recollect the same for the lack of empathy and the sense of responsibility many of us carry towards the institution called as marriage. Surbhi, he said to me, my wife every Diwali used to ask me for an premium sari. And the premium sari the brand which he's talking about, was at that time, 16 years back, the starting range was at 16,000 rupees per sari. So that particular year of Diwali, he narrated to me when she asked for this kind of sari, this brand of sari, he said, what we'll do is we will postpone this buying for the next Diwali. When the next Diwali came in, Surbhi, he again gave some excuse and he said, why not next Diwali? And at the third Diwali, he again gave an excuse that that kind of amount is something which I am not having it. So let's keep it for the fourth Diwali which has been there. He narrated to me that on the fourth Diwali, my wife stopped asking me this question. And he said this very proudly to me that, Charu Sahab, look at the understanding of me and my wife. She started understanding कि ये सारी वीरी लेना during Diwali ये फिजूल खर्ची है. He said, I was so happy she could understand buying such costly saris was so uncalled for. This statement of his provoked me to ask, is this her understanding or is this her helplessness? My friend during that day left with a great hustle and bustle from the scene, and I heard, Surbhi, from someone that he still hates me for what I said to him the other day. This brings me to a launching point why some of us make every situation and question raised by life a matter of convenience. Do we have a convenient answer for every difficult or uncomfortable question even before it is raised? These questions become more relevant when we add responsibilities, especially when we expand our family after marriage.
Charu sir has explained the importance of Saptapadi, the most important rite of Hindu marriage ceremony, meaning 7 steps or 7 feras. Gujaratis, Sindhis and Sikhs take 4 feras. Each vow, fera, indicates the willingness of both the partners to bring prosperity in their lives, each one agreeing to fulfill their respective role and responsibility, while both accepting the obligation involved with each vow. I'm not sure if many realize the enormity of these vows and the accountability we need to carry in our personal life. If you need to know deep inside the importance of these Saptapadis, then go through Charu sir's narrative carrying the burden of 7 regrets that would be online his website, charudattkatare.com shortly.
Just to encapsulate, there are some important events in our life that calls for higher responsibilities, like marriage, birth of a child, taking care of your aging parents, scaling heights in your professional and obviously social obligations. Each of this event demands you to take the responsibilities and step up your act. I'm sure many of you must have experienced a sleepless night after your first kid was born, thinking about how I can provide the best education, the best place to live in, the best of the health, and overall best of life for him or her. If you had similar nerves when you got married, and for every such important event you felt jittery and nervy, you should be proud you are alive and you are kicking. Each one of you then has a reason to get up in the morning, every single morning. As I have witnessed throughout my professional and personal life, there are many who don't know what to do new getting up every morning other than the routine work. A very scary state of mind where many can't see in what direction their life is heading towards. Before we dive into our subsequent narrative, why did I neglect the reason to get up in the morning, you should be aware that people pretend to be rich and monetarily successful. For achieving monetary success, you need to stop chasing money. Instead, let the money chase you. What you need to chase instead is your reason to get up in the morning. Saying this, Surabhi, and doing this are two different things. But word of caution, each one of our life story can have a happy ending only if you know when to stop. There would be times initially in your career, age 25 to 45, where obviously your life-work balance will tilt more towards your professional career rather than your family priorities. Yet it is only up to us, Surabhi, that we need to reverse this ratio once the mark of monetary success is achieved. Because if you fail to understand this, then life becomes a grind and you lose a lot of personal life moments, a regret which many individuals carry on their deathbed. We hope you enjoyed our podcast. Please do like and subscribe to our channel, and do let me know in the comment section where are you tuning in from.
And stay tuned for our next narrative, Why Did I Neglect the Reason to Get Up in the Morning?